Do white people pretend not to know and understand, or do they really genuinely believe that they are not complicit and or benefiting from past and present practices of racism? They really can't see it? Growing up as a white person in a hyper-individualistic society that was constructed as a racial caste system, you really have no concept of this idea that you are complicit or benefit from systemic racism. And it's not just socially and politically fortified, it's also deeply ingrained in our education system and in our religious practices and theology. See, I grew up in the 80s and 90s essentially being taught that Martin Luther King Jr. ended racism. And you cannot underestimate the significance of growing up in church and learning that your personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, forgave you for your individual sins so that you could go to heaven when you die. So not only is racism dead, but you're only responsible for your individual sins, which are basically disobeying your parents, fighting with your siblings, or swearing on occasion. Nowhere in the framework of growing up white in the United States do we have a conversation about complicity or benefiting from the racial caste system. So when we get older and we start to hear it, that immediate defensiveness kicks in because we feel accused as though we are personally responsible for all of the racism that's happened in the United States. Now, to be clear, this is not to provide excuses for anybody, but I'm confident that the vast majority of white folks that grow up in this country have no concept of the systems that are alive here. And that, among many other reasons, is why it's so important that we deconstruct whiteness and Christianity.